Blitz on 2 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dan Fanning. Welcome into the Blitz on 2. SCISA State Title Weekend kicking off tonight at Charleston Southern as Hammond and Porter-Gaud duke it out for the 4A title. Skyhawks looking for an unprecedented 8th title in a row. Cyclones looking for their first since 2002. The two teams played during the regular season with Hammond coming out on top. First drive, third and forever. Andrew Turner connects with the LSU commit Mike Tyler. South Carolina in on him hard. Here you see why. Tyler with a third and fourth effort picks up the first down. Later in the drive, handoff to Manny Johnson. He rumbles into the end zone. Skyhawks strike first. They lead it 7-0. Cyclones wasting little time responding right here. Nolan Schumann fakes the handoff to Tony Brown. Pushes it out to J.J. Flood, and J.J. is off. Down the Hammond sideline with nothing but green grass in front. Flood strikes up the band from 84 yards out. That knocks things at 7-all. Hammond, they punt on their second drive. PG puts together a methodical drive right here. Brown takes it inside the 10. Then 2 plays later, Flood would take it into the end zone right here. J.J. rumbling in as Porter. They lead 14-7. However, Mike Tyler would score a touchdown with 45 seconds left as the Skyhawks win an 8th straight state title, 28-21, your final score. As for the high school league, tonight's second round was headlined by the Dorchester County rivalry of Fort D and Summerville. Patriots tried to atone for a loss to the Wave to end the regular season. And Summerville carrying their perfect 10-0 record into tonight's contest. Late first quarter, Wave up 7-0. Javen Williams off right tackle, stops on a dime, picks up a chunk of yards and a first down for the green and gold. Ensuing drive now in the second quarter. Jaden Cummings fakes it to Williams. I kind of bite a bit. I recover as Jaden finds a seam and pay dirt. That doubles Summerville's lead to 14-0. Next Green Wave possession, handoff to Williams. He had a big game the last time these two squared off. Another big gain, another big game right here before he's pushed out of bounds. Summerville ends up punting on the drive as Cummings right here trying to step up in the pocket. He is tackled in the backfield by Malachi Watson. Summerville, they advance into the third round as they eliminate their Dorchester County neighbor, 36-14, your final score. After winning their region, Cane Bay received a first-round bye this evening, trailing Ridgeview 10-0 at half. Blazers add to the lead from there. Bradley Wilson up the gut to push the lead to 16-0. Cobras finally get something going on Colby LaRocca, QB keeper, sets up first and goal for Cane Bay. From there, LaRocca muscles his way in for the score. Cane Bay will go for 2 and get it. That cuts the deficit in half to 16-8. Unfortunately, Cane Bay's season comes to an end tonight at the hands of Ridgeview. Cane Bay falls 22-15, your final score. Staying in Berkeley County as Berkeley welcomed Westwood to Bonner Stadium. Scoreless first quarter. Westwood called for a hold in the end zone. Stags awarded a safety. They lead 2-0 in this one. Ensuing Berkeley drive, Henry Rivers fires to the end zone where the recent Wingate commit Caden Bash hauls it in. Nice catch there by number 2. 3 + 2 = 6. That made it 9-0 from there. Berkeley goes on to roll over Westwood. How about this? Berkeley 36-0. The Stags on to the third round for the first time since 2018. As for a couple of road dogs tonight in the 5A ranks, first up, James Island trying to continue to rumble into the Grand Strand at Carolina Forest. Here we go. Panther coaches got a first-hand look at J.I. last week when they came to the backyard. The Trojans start strong. Connor Densler to Raphael Pugh. Right to the pylon. He is down at the 1. That sets up who else but Big Bank Tank. Tank Scott caps the drive, diving into the end zone. James Island with a 7-0 lead. Panthers looking to respond. Patrick Mullen on the QB keeper. Nice spin, nice gain right here for a first down for the Panthers. Then the speedster, as I was told by Chris Parks in Myrtle Beach, Jaron Fox breaks free. 56 yards, makes a man miss, and he is God. 56 yards, and Carolina Forest ties things up at 7. But back to Big Bank Tank Scott rumbling up the middle as J.I. break up the Trojans as they go on the road this evening, and they come back winners. How about this, J.I.? You know, Trojans win 31-21, your final score. Ashley Ridge also on the road at my grandpa's alma mater in his hometown, Sumter. Second quarter, all knotted up at 14. Swamp Foxes have second and goal. Trevor Kalis gets rid of it, but play broken up by Jordan Lowry. Third and goal. Kalis finds Jagger Spivey, but Jagger brought down out of bounds shy of the goal line. So the Foxes settle for a field goal. Snap down, kick up. It is good. Ashley Ridge leads 17-14 before halftime. Ensuing Gamecock drive. Sumter's John Peoples takes the pitch, goes outside, but he is brought down just short of the end zone. So next play, they hand the rock to Peoples. He takes the direct snap. He will not be denied. Touchdown Gamecocks, touchdown John Peoples. Sumter, they lead 21-17 at the break. Ashley Ridge, they put up a fight tonight at Sumter, but it was not enough as the Gamecocks go up by a lot in the second half. Sumter wins 55-24, your final score. And we're just getting started on tonight's Blitz on 2. When we come back, BE tries to keep things rolling in 4A. Also, Oceanside takes on Waccamaw tonight at Johnson Haygood. Some more scores and highlights right after this. And welcome back into the Blitz on 2. Bishop England trying to continue their storybook season tonight, hosting Gilbert at Jack Canty Stadium. And here we go on DI. The Bishops hosting the Indians right here. Quinn Mahoney in the second quarter as Bishop England trails 21-7. Quinn Mahoney trying to find somebody to throw to. He dives in. They say he is in for the score. That makes it 21-14 at the half. To the third quarter we go. If some Quinn Mahoney is good, more is better. Quinn Mahoney around the left side this time, and he is in as BE comes back. That knots things at 21-21. Then later in, I'm assuming this is the third quarter, BE on for a chip shot field goal. And just like that, the Bishops, they lead 24-21. However, it goes for naught. Gilbert comes back and they score with about $1:15 left in the contest as the Indians, they put an end to BE's great season right here. BE loses by 6, 36-30, your final score. In 3A, OCA hosting Waccamaw at Johnson Haygood. Less than 9 minutes in, no score. Aiden Manavian screen pass to Kyle Baldwin. Nice play design. Baldwin strolls in for the opening salvo. Second quarter is now at 9-zip. Manavian all day to throw on 3rd and 21. Finds Will Virgilio somewhere down the field. Will hauls it in. He gets down inside the 5. Land Sharks go for it on 4th down. Manavian finds who else? Virgilio again for the Sweet Tea touchdown. Hoping that's not copyrighted by Oceanside. They lead 16-zip. 35 ticks before half. Big play Aiden to the Colgate commit one more time. Will gets out of bounds. That stops the clock as Oceanside tried to tack on more before half. Aiden not done before half. He finds Peyton Shaw open down the sideline. Shaw strikes up the band. That makes it 22-0 home team at the break. Oceanside goes on to win by 30, 36-6, your final score. The Hawks of Hanahan flying up to Loris tonight to take on the Lions. On the opening kick, Jacobian Lewis. A nice return for about 40 yards. Lewis right there for Loris, right there with the blue tops and the white breeches. Loris sets up in great field position. The Lions trying to take the lead, opening field goal. Blocked right there by Hanahan as the Hawks keep Loris off the board. Hanahan would come out hot on O. First possession. Tripp Gallus would have a nice run right here that goes all the way down. Looks like he might score. Tripp showing off the wheels. The freshman that we featured on a Friday Night Focus during the season, down at the 1. Next play, Julius Hippensteel would take it in for the score. He muscles his way in. Hanahan leads 7-0. The Lions back on offense. Running back Bruce Stevens would get it going. A big run all the way down to the 3-yard line. From there, Stevenson would punch it in for a Lions score. Extra point good. That makes it 7-all. After Loris takes a 14-7 lead, Hanahan ties it up. Gallus, quick hitter to Drew Goldsmith. Goldsmith does the rest, races in to tie things at 14. I love Gold. Loris, though, they would end up tacking on 14 more to Hanahan 7 as Loris. They win tonight 28-24. 21, your final score. In 2A, Philip Simmons has won 7 in a row coming into tonight's contest with Kingstree. An 8th win in a row would send them on to the 3rd round. And here come the horses charging out of the gate. First quarter, no score. TJ Walker says, not anymore. Plunges in from 3 yards out as PS strikes first. They lead 7-zip. Kingstree trying to answer on O. A nice job of Trevor Tonin coming up to make the tackle. Good job filling the gap right there by 21. Blazers, though, would in fact answer. Later in the drive, Tyleek Dukes rumbles in untouched. That makes it 7-6. Kingstree down by 1 as you see Dukes strolling into the end zone. Kingstree headman Brian Smith goes for 2. Shaquan Giles gets it around the right side, and he is in. That makes it 8-7 visitor right here on the little option pitch. Giles squirts his way into the end zone. Horses trailed 24-7. They go on to score 33 unanswered as they advance to next week's 3rd round, 40-24, your final score. And thank you to Coach Sean Wright for filling me in as his Cross Trojans all over Ridgeland tonight. 56-0 Cross. They advance to next week's 3rd round as well. And we have some more scores to show you on the other side. Also, our play of the night. Who kind of cracked the list this week? Find out when the Blitz on 2 continues right after this. And welcome back into the Blitz on 2. 2 final scores to show you tonight from the 2nd round of the High School League playoffs. Barnwell ends Timberland season tonight 21-0. Also, Bamberg or Earhart 16 points better than Baptist Hill as Baptist Hill season comes to an end 36-20. Tomorrow, there we go. 2 other Low Country schools will play for a SCHISA state title as Williamsburg Academy will take on Thomas Hayward for the 1A SCHISA crown at noon. The nightcap will feature Pinewood Prep and Wilson Hall. Panthers vying for the program's first ever state title. Both games will be played at Charleston Southern. And we head back to Charleston Southern for our play of the night, courtesy of J.J. Flood right here taking the option pitch from Nolan Schumann. It was 2nd and about 20 right there at the 16. J.J. rumbles 84 yards untouched for the end zone. J.J. Flood, a great play. Unfortunately, Porter season comes to an end as they fall to Hammond 28-21.
When I think of Coach and what he's done in his program, better not say anything bad around me.
That was the Citadel head coach Maurice Drayton Monday when I asked what kind of coaching relationship him and Clemson's Dabo Swinney share ahead of tomorrow's the Citadel and Clemson contest. And Drayton shared a story with me that when his son Montrell was younger, after going through heart treatments at MUSC, he went with Mo to Clemson as his dad was learning from Dabo and the Tiger coaches. Swinney and his team rallied around Montrell. I posted a tweet with the full soundbite on X on Monday night as of 6 o'clock on Tuesday. The video had been viewed over 229,000 times with over 1,300 likes. Dabo was asked about the story on Tuesday, and he had memories of the event.
We wanted to, really show him a good time and make it a special time for him. And Coach, when I was down there a couple years ago, he reminded me of that time. So, he's a good man. He's a heck of a coach, and got a great family. He's a great father, and Montrell is I think he's a Clemson fan. So, I probably can't be this weekend, but hopefully he will be after that.
As for Clemson's opponent next week, South Carolina. Like the Tigers, the Gamecocks take on a SoCon foe of their own tomorrow in Walford. In Coach Beamer's previous 3 years, Carolina had played an SEC game the week before Clemson. He hasn't put much thought into why they're going out of conference this year. While Shane and his team respect the Terriers, he said earlier on in the week, it's really about us.
The message that I've given them that we've talked about is we need to get better this week. And going back to the beginning of the month when we talked about they remember November, not just what you do in the SEC games in November. They remember November, and we're still writing this story in the month of November, and we need to get better. And we've been a team that has always gotten better as the season has gone on. And that doesn't mean that you just get better, then you play a non-SEC team and you stay the same. You better get better this week.
Crosstown showdown between the College of Charleston and the Citadel on Wednesday night. After a 5-year break in the series, the two downtown programs were met for a 3rd year in a row on Wednesday. Now, to say that owned the rivalry is putting it mildly, as the College owned a 47-10 record going into the contest. They won, so I guess it's now what 48-10. El Cid had lost 12 straight meetings, so make it 13. Their last win came in 2010 during Coach Conroy's first stint at the Citadel. Now to cap a 3 out of 4 year stretch. On Wednesday night, Chris Mack, it was his first crosstown showdown as the head coach of the Cougs. Now both head coaches coming into the program said they expected quite a battle before tip-off. And that does it tonight for the Blitz on 2. And looking at my kind of schedule for next week, Somerville is at home, OCA is at home, Berkeley is at home, Cross is at home. So those 4 teams, plus also James Island. They go on the road next week to Sumter. So we'll have you covered next week for the 3rd round of the Blitz on 2 playoffs. We'll have you covered tomorrow for some college, also more high school. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.